up on us. And no matter, there's shit goes through the walls. I'm waiting for my face to flush and heart rate to go up. Too bad I'm not a fucking criminal. Microwave weapons can cause internal delay or decay, cancer, facial flushing, increased heart rate. They're non-visible. It's supposed to be used on terrorists and drug addicts, but I guess we're just doing it for fun with me. Which I unfortunately got stuck with a neighbor who has ties. Entrapment. No warrant. No warning. No one has physically spoken to me. Kind of another form of Havana syndrome, police or government-induced schizophrenia. But I'm not schizophrenic. What I have seen in person is the police downtown pointing what I thought was lasers at me, and my next door neighbor who has a blue one. But no one has spoken to me. So, also, and what I've heard is my neighbor speaking to the police when she was outside. And negligence of police dispatch complaints. And being left in the police station twice. Talking about, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? None of my complaints were taken care of. This has been ongoing for a year. I have been physically tortured. As evidenced by my autopsy report, which, of course, I'm sure will be altered or made to look natural. Because that's the whole point of authority level weapons. Neurological deficits, increased pain. Those are police weapons. The sheriff pointed it at me. Same one that I got into it with. Now, I wouldn't know about these weapons if it weren't for a police officer pointing it at me. The same one who failed to do his job and protect, which will be in dispatch records. How else would I know? Except for the neighbors who work at the police station. And then seeing the blonde girl that works at the police station outside my window at night. So they told them themselves. Actually, the sheriff did. And then when I was at a friend's house, having to live there due to unsafe environment in my apartment complex, the sheriff told me to record these events, which I was. And when I made the police call, the sheriff pulled up. Once he saw my camera, he reversed and drove away. And that's how I knew he was involved. Do I know why? No, nobody's told me shit. Other than physically harass me, which began when my neighbors moved in. Never had an issue with my neighbors across the street. Don't even personally know them. But coincidentally, it all began. And then I got a protection order slapped out of the blue on me. And then sent to Sycamore Springs, where it wasn't diagnosed with schizophrenia. That's what I was found. Although the physical abuse can lead to it. And the whole point of this is to invade your space, exploit, do smear campaigns, and point these weapons that are invisible to the naked eye to make me look crazy. Had the recording on my video of them meeting about it and discussing it all not been recorded, I wouldn't know a damn thing other than what I've seen and felt, which they have control of and probably deleted. Seems how they hacked my phone, but they hacked the wrong one at first. And when following me, they said there was a message that came across and said, stay within 5 feet of the subject, 10 feet. I thought they were protecting me because I was making police reports, but nobody has came to me. Nobody has discussed anything. So I don't know if anyone's protecting me. Because again, negligence. No, I begged and pleaded for them to kill me. But they don't want to do that. Because then I'll prove them right. Or prove myself right. They just want to physically and slowly torment me and torture. Which, on one of my videos, outside my window, sounds like my neighbor's voice discussing it. In the previous video, in my friend Howie's house, alibis, witnesses, house full, which sounded like the same judge that I had an issue with, telling them that they are quote, quote, supposed to protect me. Which means, quote, quote, they're supposed to act like they're protecting me. But nobody has came forth and said anything. So therefore, can't feel safe in this city. Only humiliated and exploited. All rights violated. Oh, other than chain of events that have occurred in my house, my neighbors across the street were physically talking about it when I walked outside one day. So I knew they were watching. Legally? Non-legally? I don't know. Again, nobody has said anything. I feel like it's non-legal though. So therefore, again, I'll do an at-home drug test. Because I quit smoking pot like 2 days ago. I don't purchase it. I don't distribute it. Although, them leading me and driving me nuts has almost convinced me to. But I'm not going to give him that. Oh, I got it. So someone has to come forth and say something. And tell me the truth. Otherwise, my rights have been violated as far as I know and have seen, and I don't have a warrant. Or an explanation as why there's been negligence. And the only way I knew which vehicles were the cops undercover is because they were in the parking garage one day when I went to go make a police report, and they pointed one of their weapons at me. It was a blue laser. I thought they were literally lasers. And then all of a sudden I started having these physical ailments. And then my neighbor sat outside my last job all night, which is awfully fishy. In his work van. Who does that? I didn't even know the police used white trucks. They shouldn't have pointed their laser at me. Had I not known, if they wouldn't have slipped up and got too many people involved and got messy with their shit. So therefore, they can kill me because I'd rather die than deal with this shit. And then I'll be right. Whether it's a heart attack, aneurysm, internal organ decay, organ failure, sclerosis of the organs, hardening from the microwave. Now, I'm not going to post this yet. This is just for my documentation and whoever I leave my phones with. Just because I want someone to come forth and say something. However, anybody who has been in contact with me, around me, near me, their rights have been violated as well. Unless they signed a consent. Which is fucked up, because if they did, and I die, we all know who's responsible. Unless evidence is tampered. Which, if it was, it'd have to be an authority level person. So someone has to tell me if they're protecting me or killing me. Because I don't feel safe. And if I'm not safe, then sorry, you told on yourself and exposed the government yourself. Hey, my tarot readers. I don't even record my own tarots. I only started it recently. Good. Kill me on Facebook Live then. I would shut my mouth before I broadcast this all over. Towards national.